Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Everybody doing okay? Hanging in there?
It's like 3 a.m. in California, or what time is it?
It's the same time as Arizona.
Yeah,
Ah, that you were earlier.
sometimes.
Yeah, Arizona's a special place that never changes time zones, and everywhere else in the US does.
Almost. There are some towns in Utah that do not. So when you're traveling from Arizona up through Utah, it's like crazy. You have no idea what time it is unless you ask somebody.
That's so old-fashioned.
I know.
Well, I hope everybody's ready. Get all fired up because here we go. Oh, by the way, stick around after this class if you have questions about any of the material, anything at all that we've covered so far.
I have a lot of questions.
Because Ben is super smart.
He is, and he's really clever. So
Yeah.
if he doesn't know the answer to your question, he'll make it sound like your question doesn't make any sense. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. But please do come to his Q&A. It's going to be amazing. I ask him a lot of questions.
Okay, handsome, you gonna do your homework?
Yep, just waiting for the introductions to
Okay.
cease. All
Mhm.
right, here we go. Okay. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Okay, so we're just going to do a brief review of last class and kind of actually of the point in the discussion we're having, because we started this discussion last term. Oh yeah, a note on background noise. My family wakes up at this time, so and there's some lighting issues, so you might hear middle schoolers, all right? And babies. All right. We're in the middle of a discussion that we started last term, so we'll just talk briefly about it. Not too heavy. Make it easy. Okay. Question 1. What are the two types of nature we have been discussing in our text? And I don't know, nature is our, I guess, provisional translation, but it works for now.
Is this related to the two types of Buddha nature we're evaluating?
Kind of. There's only one kind of Buddha nature, but we're doing two types of nature.
Well, there's one Buddha nature, but two different ways. We have a natural one and one that can be unrevealed via seeds.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Pretty simple.
Developable and inborn or something.
Yeah, exactly. I just put Buddha nature in a developable one.
Developable. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Try to say that fast. Okay.
Abominable.
Exactly. Abominable. Oh, someone else watched Looney Tunes besides me.
I did.
Yeah. What is the conundrum involving these natures?
What's a conundrum?
What's the conundrum involving?
This is a conundrum. It's so meta. It's a conundrum.
I mean, it's the problem, the argument. I don't know. Conundrum is the best word, I think. What is the difficulty with understanding how
Well,
these
one's supposed to be unchanging at least. That's a big conundrum.
yeah,
That somehow your unchanging nature should go
Yeah.
from being schmuck nature to the nature of an enlightened being.
yeah, that's a conundrum. Essentially, how can an unchanging thing be the cause for something that develops?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the whole discussion. This is why we're talking about the whole thing. If you're wondering why I'm asking these questions, okay, what are each of these natures said to be the basis for?
Buddha,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, go
Ku, Sangeki Ku, Tibetan only. So
Yeah.
Zuku, Suku, and
Yep.
what do you call it?
Joku.
Yeah. Well,
Chuku,
Chuku is
yeah.
one of the Sukus, I believe.
No, Chuku is not one of the.
Oh, Chuku, he said. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Oh, no problem.
I said Chupi.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, you're on the right track. Respectively, the emptiness of the Buddha's mind and of Buddha's body, respectively to the first answer. Meaning,
That's not Tibetan only.
oh, sorry, that is not Tibetan. only.
All right.
That's why I was trying.
Oops. I was wondering why I thought you guys were just being smart. Good job. Okay.
No, it's
And now you
in the
know.
morning, dude.
Glad we could disabuse you of that.
Hey, word.
Yeah.
The first Tibetan word here, the ne has to be kaona Sunday.
Oh, duh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Mm.
Okay. What does Ranshinerik mean?
Buddha nature.
Yes,
Right.
not difficult. Wait. Okay. What does Gengyurkinrik mean?
Developable. Buddha nature. Developable.
Yeah. You have to have an English pronunciation class after Tibetan.
Good. You have to sound like you're
By
saying
the
it
way,
underwater.
the developable nature is a heavy prenasal by tradition. So people say gingyur. It almost sounds like an ornament or something. Gingyur.
Mm.
Oh, Gengyur. Yeah. Like what's the other one? Ringra, like that.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. Heavy prenasal there.
Ringra, Gengyur. Okay. And this one I threw in for funsies.
Mm.
Because we keep
What
saying it keeps coming up. Trange and nge this and nge that for numbers. So what does nge mean in terms of numbers?
It's
Not
not clear
fixed.
here that it's 3. Not
Right.
fixed at 3.
Not
Right.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
exactly.
Doesn't gots to be 3.
Yep. And that's where we are at discussion. Why doesn't not
Not
got to be
gots.
3
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
for perfect translation? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. That's it.
Were we saying that the Buddha bodies are not definitively 3?
No, that
The Buddha natures?
because we're saying, well, Buddha nature is the support of a support of the Chuku, and
Mhm.
developable nature is a support of the Longku. And the guy comes along and says, well, there's 3 bodies, so how come there isn't 3 natures? And then Jason Kappa is saying why there isn't blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Not definitively 3 bodies.
Nice homework word. Thank you.
You're welcome. Review complete.
And I'm looking forward to the family waking up. It's gonna.
Oh, they're already waking up.
Yeah. I can tell Nick is whispering. I'm whispering too, but I don't know if it's gonna work out.
Zoom has gotten amazing at filtering out background noise,
Oh.
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah.
All right. So you might not hear my stomach. Okay. By the way, it's extremely difficult text right here, and I'm still finding out new things every time I read it. So
Mm,
you know, we'll go for it. But I'm not totally confident about it. I need to work on it also. But the main argument is that if there's different kinds of Buddha bodies, and 3 of them are changing, the 2 ones that are made of form, but so is when you divide into 4 bodies, the mind of a Buddha is also changing. And I don't see it discussed here. If
Right.
you restrict yourself to 3 bodies,
Yeah.
and you say Jnana Dharmakaya, which is a mixture of the Buddha's mind and the Buddha's emptiness, usually the emptiness takes precedence.
Right.
And they call that body unchanging because 50% is unchanging. So I don't see this discussion here. I don't see them talking about the mind of the Buddha. They're mostly focused on the 2 form bodies, and then maybe the mind plus emptiness body being the unchanging one. But it's difficult. This whole section is difficult. If it wasn't Tsongkhapa, I would doubt it. But since it's Tsongkhapa, it's probably just our problem. Okay. Okay, it's tradition for Professor Nick to start out the checking. Okay, Word, you want to
Wow.
read for a while, and then you can pick somebody else to read if you want.
Okay. Teni texum trangdu dun nupa la rung ki tartuk texum dun dupa la mitete tetak ki shung tu yang kam tade tang nupa tade tang nepar juk mi juk tang sabengi jenbu tade ta sum mikpe narik tade pa sum yute shendrebui gone gu tade ni untu paki ten tade pe rik tade pa ma tempe achiro.
Yeah, good. Let's start at the end, okay? Let's start here. Rik Tade Basum means what?
3 separate types
Of
natures.
Buddha
yeah,
nature.
three separate kinds of kind of like enlightenable nature or something like that.
Yeah.
And they divide it not by the ten.
The basis.
Yeah, they don't say, rather they divide it by the debu.
The result.
Yeah, so people divide the 3 tekpas, the 3 results. The enlightenment of a listener, the enlightenment of a
Self-made Buddha?
self-made Buddha, and the enlightenment of bodhisattvas. They divide them into, then they would say, because these people are reaching 3 different enlightenments, as a result, there must be a rik. There must be 3 different kinds of rik. So earlier, they were talking about, look, there's 3 kinds of Buddha bodies that you get. Therefore, there must be 3 kinds of Buddha nature. And here he says, look, you don't have to divide it by what you're resting on. You don't have to divide it by Buddha nature. You could divide it by the end of each of the 3 tracks. And then you look at the 3 different results of the 3 different tracks, and you bak. What's that mean, word?
You, I don't know, estimate, measure, consider.
Yeah. Here you deduce
Yeah.
3 different kinds of rig. Okay. So given that there's 3 different kinds of enlightenment, at least in the lower middle way school, then there must be 3 different kinds of rig, which cause it. Okay, so again, they're getting into this problem between the Buddha nature, which allows Buddhahood to result, and the Buddha nature, which supports a different Buddhahood. Okay, one changes and one doesn't change. Okay, now we can go to the beginning of the sentence. Tekpa sum means what?
I mean, 3 vehicles or 3 methods or 3 capacities. I don't know.
Well, here it's got to be talking about
Tracks?
the 3 tracks, and not talking about what?
The 3 yanas, like
Yeah,
Tantrayana or something.
yeah. What are the 3 yanas?
There's 2 ways of doing it, I guess, but you could say Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana, Mahayana.
Yeah, you could say Hinayana,
That's nice.
open Mahayana, and then Vajrayana Mahayana. Good. Here, the discussion is obviously not that. Here, the discussion is about the 3 yanas in the sense of the 3 tracks.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you say listener track, self-made Buddha track, and Bodhisattva track, the result of each, they each go through the 5 paths separately on their own track. And the fifth path in the first 2 tracks is called Changchu, but it's
Not Changchu.
it's not, it's just nirvana, okay? And it's a lower nirvana, okay? And then in the higher track, the Bodhisattva track, when you reach the 5th path, you reached full enlightenment, okay? So therefore, some people don't accept that there's even Tepasum.
Right.
Yeah.
There's 3 tracks.
And they would say the whole concept of 3 tracks is Changdun.
Fictive.
Yeah, Buddha didn't really mean it. He didn't really mean there was 3 enlightenments. And furthermore, Jetsun in his Gombarapsa that led me to change the Buddha word in self-made Buddha to lowercase b.
Yeah.
It makes a long argument for why they are not Buddhas. So, you know, they're just called Buddhas. So, so Dupala, now somehow this argument is applies, this whole paragraph applies to people who believe that there's not really 3 tracks. And by the way, the highest Madhyamika doesn't accept the 3 tracks. They say Tartuk what?
Tartuk Tekpachi.
Yeah, in the end, it's all 1 track. And that statement that there's not 3 tracks, there's only 1 track, has been expanded by masters, include non-Buddhist religions, which is kind of beautiful. They say, in the end, everybody has Buddha nature, and it's not restricted to Buddhism. Every living being has, and every method of every religion in the end leads to the same place. In one sense, all religions in the world are a single religion, and it's very beautiful. And there's a long argument for it. We're going to get it in Tim's book in about 100 years. Okay.
Oh, great.
So Changden Dipala. So let's say we say that there's not really 3 tracks. Okay. La Dipala Rungitar took. What's that? Dipala Rungi. It's admittedly some people don't agree to 3 tracks, and they wouldn't say that Tartuk Tepasum to Dipa La Mitede. They would say that
Incorrect.
Somehow an idea here would be incorrect for a person who accepts that there are 3 tracks. Okay, in the end there are 3 tracks. Tartuk. Okay. And he's going to explain it more below, and he's going to quote a Sangha, and it makes a lot more sense when we get there. Okay. Edaki Shungdu means what?
These, these texts.
Yeah, which means in the scriptures of the people who do accept 3 tracks. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They say, look, there should be 3 tracks. Why? You're dealing with separate comms.
Yeah, they're different, categories or realms.
Yeah. Or sometimes com can mean
Predilection or something, or
yeah,
people.
predilection. Great. Personality types. You're dealing with 3 different personality
Oh, right,
types.
like your calm, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you're dealing with separate mupas. What's mupa?
Aspirations.
Yeah, some people want to save the universe. Some people just want to get out of the hell realms, whatever. This is not clear. It just says what?
It's that people are different, or you can't determine, or
you achieve ngepa.
Oh, you mean Nelek?
What's ngepa mean?
Nepar means definite or something.
Yeah, definitely. So it says here, literally what it says is, do you achieve it definitely or not?
Right.
But I take it to mean, do you have to achieve it definitely? Do you definitely have to work at it? Or you don't definitely have to work at it? Okay. Is it natural to all human beings or all beings? Or is it something you have to develop through classroom time, etc.? Okay. I take it this way. Saben ki debu tade dak. What's that mean?
Well, the talk should be like those 2 or something, or those 3.
Yeah. That's why I wrote.
Check this doc.
Yeah. Why? Because what comes after it?
Zoom.
Yeah. It's what it says now is 2, 3 separate seeds. Okay. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, it's possible, but it's unusual.
Yeah.
Doc is a word for 2.
Dualizer.
And 3. Now, that is the argument we're having right now. There's 2 form bodies. They should each have their own Buddha nature underlying them. And then there's one wisdom emptiness body, and that has its own unchanging Buddha nature underlying it. So it makes a little sense, but not much.
Again, like, can it be like one of those inherent ors, like Daksum? Like, is it 2 or 3?
It could be, yeah. But they would rarely use it in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I can't even think of a case of it. So, it's a good theory. I think it's a misspelling somewhere. By the way, it would make more sense if it were dung.
Right. Okay. Separate or 3 or something good.
Well, no, it wouldn't even make sense then. Anyway, you check it out in the text. Luckily, you have a page break there. So you can check the end of 27b. Okay. Mikbena. This mikba just means exist. Okay. So because there are 3 distinct results of 3 distinct causes, that's why we talk about 3 distinct what?
Natures.
Yeah, and we establish 3 distinct natures, not because of the what underlies them, but rather by what causes them. Okay. Okay. Debugone. Yuta debeni. By looking at the 3 different results, we bakpa. What do you call that?
Figure.
We deduce 3 different causes. So we kind of establish the existence of a Buddha nature backwards. We look at the final result and we work backwards to the cause, or we work backwards to the underlying reality, nature. And that's how we get to the 3 Buddha natures, Tadepe, key. What's the key here mean?
But
Yeah, but in this case, he's saying we don't establish three kinds of Buddha nature because of three separate. Yeah.
separate bases.
Yeah, bases, yeah. And throughout this discussion, you have to be sensitive to the difference between RTEN and
BRTEN.
yeah. When they say without the B, it's referring to the table under the coffee cup. Okay, so we don't say there's three different Buddha natures because of what underlies the three enlightenments. We say there's three Buddha natures because of the different causes of those three enlightenments. And therefore, the Buddha nature is kind of more the cause than the support. Okay, cool. And there's going to be a lot of good clarification coming up. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Dr. Kramer, can you check him?
Tetaki Deshin Topa Tang Shepe Drelpar Yang Jangsa Tar Keche Truki Keparla Shepe Chiro.
Yeah, now because of the cheer, this sentence has to be an argument supporting the idea that Buddha natures are, what do you call it, deduced from three results and not from three things standing on three supports, okay? And then he's quoting a book that says Deshin Topa, okay, or Dedaki Deshin Topa. And then he says, someone wrote a commentary to those words, which is Changsa, or which follows Asanga's Bodhisattva Bhumis, which is a huge compilation of 5 different works. And so, Keche Truki Kepala Shepe Chiro. And now we're getting into a new idea, which is something about the 6 Keches is gonna clarify something about Buddha nature. Okay, something about our 6 Keches is gonna clarify our Buddha nature. What's the Keche Truk?
The 6 doors of sense.
Yeah, it's the 5th link in Sugeng's text, right? It's the empty houses, if I'm, sorry, 5th, yeah, it's the empty houses with windows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you can think of Keche like that. The eye, the ear, the nose, they are like windows to the outside world. And when you talk about Keche, you're talking about the windows that you're born with, okay? If you're born in the form and desire realm. So, so there's a trick to reading the word Deshin Topa. I think it's the one that comes from Gyu Lama, Uttara Tantra, written by Maitreya. And here's a very cool thing, okay? What does Deshin Topa mean, word?
Well, Topa means to achieve. Deshin literally means, I mean, that.
Like that.
I mean,
yeah, that. So it doesn't make any sense by itself. It's achieved like that, okay? Now I'm gonna take you down to a commentary I found. There's the root text, okay? Deshin Topa from Gyu Lama. And here's the punchline. Read it here. In fact, I'm going to cancel that. Let's read this section together, and you'll see it. Okay, and this happens to be the section from the Bodhisattva Bhumis of Master Asanga. Okay, this is the section he's referring to. Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's read it first, and then you'll be able better to misunderstand everything else.
Yay! That's my
And by
last.
the way, I find in this section, I find the Sangha more intelligible than Tsongkhapa.
Okay.
But here we go.
Tela arit kangshina dorna nampa nite rangshin ki nipatang yang dakpar njupao.
Okay, translate.
Oh, Tela arit kangshina. You may ask, what is that nature?
Yeah, what's Buddha nature?
Yeah, what's the nature we're talking about? Dorna nampa ni. In brief, it has two parts, two aspects.
Yeah, good. There are two types. Yeah.
Two types. Okay. Te. So, those are, I guess, this te is Rang Shin Gi Nepa, the Buddha nature, and Tang, and Yang Dakpar Drupa, and that one which is from perfect practice or something.
Yeah, good. The one that you have to practice to
Yeah.
develop. In other words, in the language of the mixed nuts, developable. And so one rang shinki nepa, that one which stays in all beings by nature, and the other one which you have to develop through practice, right? And maybe that's the Ngedru, by the way. Okay. Now here's the punchline. Please read this part. And
Tela Rangshinki Nepe Riknu Chang Chup Sempa Namki Keche Choki Kepar Kang Yinpa Te Teni Chikne Chikdu Gu Teongpa Tokme Mepe Duchen Chuni Ki Topa Te Tabu Yeno.
good. And this is a wonderful sentence. This sentence like clarifies this whole section.
Oh, great.
Again, this is Master Sangha writing on his own without my trainer, supposedly. Okay.
That nature which is stays, which is Buddhish.
Yeah, which now you guys want to know what's the Buddha nature which is natural to all beings, which is inborn to all beings, okay?
Yep.
It's a caper of the Keche Truk of Changchu Sembas.
Oh yeah, we had this earlier. Jason Kappa started talking about Keche Druk and we had no idea why or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm glad you caught that, and I'm glad you remembered that because it's going to come up in a couple of people's texts pretty soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a feature of the 6 doors of sense.
Yeah, of the Bodhisattvas. Okay, so he's for you guys who really want to understand this book, this section. He says when we talk about your unchanging Buddha nature, which you have topa,
Achieved.
Chiniki, by the very nature of things. You didn't have to do anything. This chinyi doesn't mean emptiness so much. It means by the very nature of the universe, you got it. Okay, what? De shin, de rang shin, shin nere. Okay, so what do you got here? De shin top.
Yeah.
Let's go back up.
How?
De shin top. Okay, boy, that's not fair. That's just not fair. Okay.
Yeah.
This station top means de keche druki rangshinki chiniki tope rik. It doesn't have anything to do with achieving emptiness or anything. It's just a abbreviation.
Yeah.
It's like saying wasma. What's that? Wasma.
A lot more than what you said.
It's wordsmith.
Oh,
Don't you guys know wordsmith? Wasma. Okay, it's totally unfair. He shouldn't have done that. Okay, okay. So when you see Deshin Topa, you're gonna think Te Ran Shin Ki Tope Rip. Okay.
But
okay.
topa like a horrible verb to be using with Rangshin Nere?
Yeah, it is. By the way, we're going to talk about, no, it means it's a lousy word for Rangshin Nirik if no, it's not. And I'll show you why. Okay. You did acquire it. That's what's bothering you. It's bothering you that he said acquire.
Right.
Like, how could you acquire Rangshin Nirik? You always had it. Okay.
Exactly.
That's what's bothering you, and it's good that it's bothering you. Okay. It shows you understand this section. Okay. So what he's saying is the Rangshin Nirik, the Buddha nature, which doesn't change, is a quality of your 6 doors of sense.
If you're a bodhisattva.
Well, even if you're not a bodhisattva, okay.
Oh, really? So,
yeah.
So what? But it says Dang Chup Sempa not. So
it does. It does.
wait. So it doesn't mean bodhisattva here?
Say again?
So it doesn't mean bodhisattva here?
It does mean bodhisattva here. And by the way, that may relate to the 3 tracks. He may be separating out the bodhisattvas, but let's not go there. Okay. Now, the cool thing here is, why should your Buddha nature attach more to your 6 doors of sense than to all the other parts of you? You got lots of other parts to you, right? Yeah. Why do they emphasize the 6 doors of sense as being what carries your Buddha nature? Okay, why? Okay, and he says, because the 6 doors of sense, gyu, from se chigne, se chiktu.
Yeah, they continue on in a stream from, I don't know, life to life or something?
Yeah, life to life. So when you talk about where the Buddha nature hangs out, or what drags it from life to life, you could say, look, every living being has awareness, which is dragged from life to life. The awareness of living beings is connected from life to life. So therefore, we say your Buddha nature is connected to your 6 doors of sense, because they are what continues from life to life, unless you head for the what realm? Formless realm. Okay. And that's okay. I mean, you get a version of the 6 KJs.
Okay. KJ chick.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's a beautiful statement. So now we know why they're talking about the 6 doors of sense. Why should your eyeball, why should your ear, why should your tongue and your nose and your skin and your thoughts, why should they be more tied up with Buddha nature than any other part of you? Because when you think about it, it's the awareness that streams from life to life, and that drags the Buddha nature with it. Okay, it's an interesting idea. Okay,
but
so
why didn't they just say awareness, mental awareness? Why
did they say yiki keche, right?
Yeah, why didn't they say that?
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to isolate one of the 12 links, which is called keche du. We never call it keche chik, even though in the formless realm it is keche chik. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So dene chik ne chik the gyu. What's this gyu mean here? Word.
That gyu means a lineage or a stream or.
Yeah, it streams from life to life. Okay. It streams from moment to moment, even in one life. Okay. Gyute onwa. This day is that present participleizer. Okay, it comes to the new life in a stream. So when you see day between 2 verbs, you can think it means it comes streamly.
Oh,
right.
Actually, I had that question for you because I've seen like te and te in the middle of sentences, and I was like, wait, what? It's not a positive.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very fine distinction that you noticed it. It's good that you noticed it. It means that you're supposed to read those 3 words quickly. Yudeon. Gyudeong. It comes in a stream. It comes streaming. It comes streaming. Okay, streamingly comes. Okay, and the day just means ly. Okay, it comes streamingly. All right.
Okay, I was going to ask you that term.
And when you read it out loud, you're supposed to smush them together. Gyudeong. Say Gyudeong. Gyudeong. Yeah. Okay. Gyudeong. But well, how long has it been Gyudeonging?
Forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. For time with no beginning. Okay. Du Chen. It has time with no beginning, and you acquire it. Cheniki.
By its nature,
Yeah, by the nature of the universe. You don't have to do anything. When
Right.
you take a new birth, it comes with you. It's built in from the factory. Okay. What? Rick. Rang Shin Ne Rick. Okay. He calls it De Shin. Okay.
yeah.
Your Rang Shin Ne Rick comes together. Topa. De Dawi, okay. Let's read. I want to read this whole section because it's so beautiful and it's going to make a good footnote. Okay. Or I don't know. But it makes the whole argument much, much clearer.
Okay. Tela Yang.
Venerable Utpala, can you check in?
Sure. That's an easy job. I just sit here and smile.
You can kind of go to sleep, but anyway. Okay.
Tela Yang Takpar Drupe Rikni Gewe Tawa Kompar Chepe Le Topa Kangin Te Tungi Kamdir Ni Nampa Ni Ka Yang Du Do.
Good. Tela Yandapa Dupe Rigni. Now, as far as the Drupe Rig,
The achievable, the
developable Buddha nature, you komba, and I don't say gomba,
you
komba,
habituate
you get used to your ngunki gewitawa.
your previous treasure trove of goodness.
Nice. Thank you for saying treasure trove and not saying
Root.
root. Okay, it doesn't mean root here. It means your karmic bank account of good karma. Chepala, chepale topa. You get this second type of Buddha nature from habituating yourself to doing good stuff. Okay, topa kayam. That's the one. The developer one is that one. Okay, dungi kamdir. Well, okay, yeah.
Meaning in this context?
Yeah, you could say that in this context, in this meaning context, right? We de nika.
We assert both.
Yeah, we accept both. We accept that there's a Buddha nature which you've had streaming connected to your 6 awarenesses from life to life. And we accept that there's another one, which is the result of getting used to good deeds. Okay, keep going.
Wait, 1 second.
This sentence, yeah.
So Rikteni Sabun Shekyang Cha. Kamteni Rangshin Shekyang Chao.
Yeah. What's that mean?
Rikte, those ricks, the rick that we speak of.
Yeah, when we talk about these two kinds of nature.
Yeah. They're said to be types of seeds as well.
Yeah, this is a highly controversial statement. You can refer to those two Buddha natures as seed. Well, I don't know if he's talking about 2 or 1.
Because te could be those that.
Maybe we should say that last one we talked about, the developable Buddha nature. You can call it
A seed.
a seed. Good. And the one that we talked about before, that's the way I'm going to read it. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to put here a note for myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And you can refer, I'm going to say the first one. Okay. And the one which we call, I don't know, calm, your, what did Nick call it?
Predilection.
Yeah, your predilections. We can call it nature. Okay. Now you got to find a different word for Rick. Okay. Anyway,
function can be natural.
one of the two Buddha natures is more causal,
Right.
and one of the two Buddha natures is more a nature. Okay.
And can something be more or less causal?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Problematic.
highly.
Okay. Keep going. Venerable Utpala, you're still up.
태양 drup 양닭발
Tribu.
oh yeah trepu 양닭발마 drupa ni trepu mebe cha trawaino.
Yeah. Good luck on this one.
Oh,
You want to struggle with that for a second?
sure, can add it to the rest of my struggles. 태양 furthermore, and also that oh, I see. Wait, trebu 양닭발 madru? Oh, I guess
Yeah.
wait, this must be the first one is not something that is an achievable result.
Yeah. And the first one, which is a result, is not a result of something you did.
Right.
And therefore, it doesn't really have any results. And we would have to say it's kind of subtle. Okay.
Yeah, it has a subtle way of being or something, cha, like condition or something.
Yeah. Chatawa.
Yeah.
It's kind of the more the Buddha nature, the first one, which is not achieved through as a result, is resultless. And we can say it's the more subtle one of the two Buddha natures. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's he going to say about the second one?
It's rock.
Yeah, he is going to say rocks. Look, here it is.
Oh, he does. I was joking.
Yeah, good. You anticipated Arya Sangha. Not bad.
Yay. Okay. Jebu yang dak par drupani drebu tang chepa rakpa yino.
Yeah, the Buddha nature which you have to drupa as a debu.
Yeah, the Buddha nature, which is where you got to practice to get something.
Yeah, good. That does come with a debu.
Yeah, and that's that one is gross.
Yeah, that's a more obvious one. The other one is more subtle. Okay, the one with the Buddha nature which does not involve causation is more subtle. The Buddha nature which does involve causation is more rough. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Word, I propose, if you're up for it, that you choose a victim from our many participants. We have 124 people here. And if you click on the participants, you can see a list of their names. Nick taught me that.
Yeah.
And you want to just choose somebody that you think it would help them to read this sentence for you and then critique their reading?
Yeah, I'll ask one of my Tibetan students.
Yeah, pick on them.
Okay. Bogdana, are you available there?
They're gonna pretend they didn't hear you.
I know.
No, I'm here. You just caught me unexpectedly.
Wait, so they're gonna read again, or I'm gonna read and they're gonna.
I suggest they read and you critique. It's slower, but it's we're gonna help more people.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Bogdana, just try. You're going to not know stuff, but it's okay.
Do as much as you can and don't be shy.
Okay, so just guide me where exactly I'm reading.
Okay, the first letter on the top of the page, B-Y-A-N-G.
Mm,
No, that's not pronounced.
Young. Young.
Chang. Say
Chang.
Chang. Chang. Chang.
Chan.
Yep. Chub.
Shub.
Yeah, just try.
Sams.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Sams. Pai.
Pei.
Good.
Yep.
Te. Rig.
Yep.
I'm not sure if R is reading.
It's yeah.
Rigs.
Yeah.
Dead. Dan.
Yep.
Lan.
Tang. Denpa.
Okay. Dan. Should be Dan as well, right?
Denpa. Denpa.
Denpa.
Yep.
Oh my God, I'm crying here. You should see
Okay.
me now. Such a tension.
Nam.
Nam.
Yeah.
Nin. Yan.
Nian.
Nien.
Yep.
Dos.
Tu.
Tus.
Tu.
Dan.
Yep. Good.
Rang.
Yes.
San.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Tam.
Yeah.
Tams.
Tamche.
Tamche.
Yep.
Las.
Le.
Yeah. Le.
Yep.
Kien.
Kyang. Yep.
Kien. Das. Pa.
Depa. If there's an S on the end, don't pronounce it. Depa.
Okay. Depa. Depa.
Yep.
Yin. Na.
Yep. Yep.
Sem.
Perfect.
Chan.
Chen. Palatal.
Chen.
Yep.
Chal. Chen. Chan. Tam.
Yep.
Ka. Cha.
Che.
Che.
Mm-hmm.
La.
Ta.
Na.
Ta.
Ta.
Mm-hmm.
Las.
Le.
Chi.
Don't pronounce the S.
Le.
Yep.
Le. Chi. Mo.
Mu. Good.
Te.
Good.
La.
Yes.
Na. Me.
Yes. Yes.
Pai.
Pei.
Nyat. Peinyat.
Kepar.
Par.
Kepar.
Kepar. Kepar.
Mm-hmm.
Chan.
Chen.
Chen. Yin.
Yes.
Par.
Yes.
Rig.
Yes.
Par.
Yes. Zhao.
Joe.
Yay.
Good job.
Thank you.
Wow. Good
That's
job.
the first of a million times you're gonna read. Okay.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, so I'm
Good.
Very
I'm
brave to
crying.
do it.
So
You must have a
excited.
good teacher.
Of course.
We got about
Teachers.
2 minutes.
Thank
Geshe-lan.
you.
Don't worry, we got it. We got it covered, Nick. Chanju Sembe Rick word.
Sure, okay. The nature that comes from bodhisattvas.
Yeah, that wow. Oh my God. I gotta take a picture of this. Hang on. Hey, word, I gotta take a picture for my honey bunny. Okay.
Okay.
She doesn't care about my pictures, but if she sees a picture of you guys like this.
She's happy. You happy, baby?
Wow. Can you hold her up just a bit? Okay. All right. Oh, that's gonna be famous.
Aww.
Oh, she knows Daddy's laugh.
I think this is gonna be one of those cases where the child outshines the.
Oh,
Hopefully. It won't be too hard.
If you have, now he's not talking about Buddha nature, he's talking about the nature that's held by a bodhisattva, okay?
Right. Well, Keche Druk, Keche Sam, Changchun Sampe, Keche Druki Yurik.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I think so. that is completely Ndepa from
Yeah.
the Nyentuki Rik and the Rangsangiki Rik.
It is completely past, or I guess separate in some way from the,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
From
gone a
the-
long way past what?
the nature of the listeners or the self-made Buddhas.
Yeah, there's something about, I think that the bubbable Rik
Yeah.
of a Bodhisattva, which is superior to the Rik of a listener or a self-made Buddha, okay?
Mm,
And this da is confusing,
mm,
and it means much less if, much less than how it surpasses the Rik of Semchen Shin.
of other folks.
Yeah, all other beings who are not yet listeners, self-made Buddhists or Bodhisattvas, okay?
See.
In fact, we can say that the Rik, the Buddha nature, probably the bubbable of a Bodhisattva is Lanamepa.
Is unsurpassable.
Yeah, good. And then he's gonna say why. And we're gonna read that next time, okay?
Yay, next time.
That was a big help. So we're gonna finish this, stopped here. What's today, the 4th?
Yes,
It
sir.
is.
Yes.
Pick up here next class and return back to where we are, okay? All right, good.
Okay.
Nice job, Dad. That girl is, I don't know, she's beautiful. Yeah.
These kids.
Hey, Word, you got to do this thing that all the other parents do. They come up to me and say, Geshe-la, I don't know, but
I know.
she's just like more intelligent than other kids that I
She's
see.
just more beautiful. I no offense to the other parents, but
No, I'm not being, biased, but
I'm not biased at all. That's
yeah, she really is more beautiful.
Just the
subjective.
way it is.
Okay.
Okay, congratulations, Word, on the baby.
Thank
And
you. Lydia
congratulations.
did most of the work.
Yeah. See you guys soon. How long we got, Nick?
Actually, the Q&A with Ben starts in 8 minutes.
Okay, cool. All
And we'll
right.
see you. You have another meeting.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Bye,
See you
everyone.
guys, see you guys this evening. Have a good yoga class.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Hey.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you, Word. Thank you for teaching the basics class, Word.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right.
Later.